Alright. I think we're back. Come on, baby. Bear with me, folks. I want to get to an analytics page here and see how we're doing. Whether the stream is good, bad, is it getting data?
What I do is I usually like go to my network and then test the internet strength and then broadcast again because it'll reset the strength.
Well, it says okay right now, and I've streamed from okay before, so let's continue with this match. It was getting real close. Split-legged wheelbarrow arm drag from Akane Knight. Yes, now I think people can hear you.
Yes. Party audio.
Oh, Akane Knight was going for something with Paige Draven and said, fuck that. Are we going to see a tag team maneuver? Maybe not. Oh shit. What is? Ulcer plantation!
Ooh, nasty.
Paige Draven hit the ulcer plantation, going for the car. But Akane Matsuda should be right there. Okay, looked like she was going to break it up for a minute. Ooh, go home driver. I think, no, just swinging sidewalks on. Oh, looking for another curb stomp from Paige Draven. Okay, AI, you can pin now. You're allowed to initiate a pin, please. Please cover.
Is it though? Is it though?
It's
not. I feel like he doesn't.
Clearly not.
Yeah, he can hear me. He calls me Hunter. I told him my name was Hunter. Just to poke fun at Paul
Levesque.
Yep. Another thing you dream of my career.
Oh, Paige Draven kicks off Akane Knight. Oh, hot tag! The two smaller competitors in this match now going one-on-one.
This will be interesting.
Oh, shoot it!
Simply Linux, thank you for the sub.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Olivia Doyle did nothing to stop that. Your new tag team champions are Akane Matsuda and Akane Knight. The Akanes.
Vince McMahon purposely lowers ratings.
What a contest from Olivia Doyle and Paige Draven, but I don't see the chemistry that Doyle and Killian had, and they lost the titles for it.
My name is Lennox, German last name, and I love to fight. Plays Finley Steve.
And I love to fight.
I actually have a women's tag team championships. Linux said he wanted to use for an all women's division. I still have no confirmation whether he wants to still do that.
Oh really?
Yes.
I love mine. I wanted to ask you that earlier. Do you see it? Well, you don't watch the product much anymore, but I was going to say, do you see it happening in WWE? Because I see them just tag teaming up women more and more here.
I've only seen the Iconics Bailey and Sasha in the lesbian storyline that they pretty much stopped doing.
Yes, well, they
the Riot Squad
on Raw. They teamed up.
Absolution being destroyed, and Nia versus Nia and Tamina, which I really hope they're the first ever tag team champions, because like who could stop the Samoan Dynasty Women's Edition?
Yeah, no kidding. I see it happening. It would have to be a dual branded thing.
They have to call them the Samoan Dynasty back again. Like, come on, it just has to happen.
And who's the final? Oh, right. With a weird last name, but an impressive debut. The last member of this trios team is Trixie Lulamoon. Weird name, impressive wrestler.
Lulamoon. Lennox, do you still need those belts?
Who are their title? Who are their champ? Harris, Price, and Ricci. And their contenders for the women's trios titles: Jordan Price, Sonya Ricci.
All right.
And
do you have any other belts that you would like to add? Because I still have those two. I still have the. Let me see what I name. What did I name them? Oh yes, the AWW U.S. Women's Championship and the Women's Tag Team Championships. I'm also hoping that my Scrap Trap Championship is probably my most downloaded belt. It actually is currently.
Oh, jeez.
Like if you actually look at the belt, you would know why. because it's basically what it is, the Scrap Trap Championship. It's basically just looks like it's made for cage matches.
Want to touch? Yes, I know. Jordan Price is a very controversial wrestler with that shirt of hers, but she's impressive. She was impressive.
She must be related to Ricky Starr. His T-shirts are also controversial.
Oh, jeez.
Very controversial.
Did you see Joey Ryan teamed up with Hornswoggle?
Oh dear God, I can only imagine.
Yeah, it was a tag team match, but Joey Ryan got injured and had to back out of all the events that he was signed for that weekend, I think. But yes, I saw a picture of it and teamed up with Hornswoggle, whose Twitter handle is still, I think, WWE Hornswoggle.
Huh.
And here comes 1/3 of the Women's Trios Champions. I thought for a minute from the wide shot that was the Crown Jewel Arena. I'm like, the fuck it is.
Oh no. Not that I can't say it on stream, but God, I have the perfect name for that pay-per-view.
I didn't watch it. It was garbage. I'm
like Derek saw the clips from the show, and I was just, I'm not gonna watch it. And then I saw the clips as well, and this is what I called it. This is what I called it. This is the name I called it. Any thoughts?
I don't see it.
I messaged it to you. It's in messages.
Oh. Oops. Wow. Wow. Oh my God.
And
That's
I
terrible.
hardly use that phrase. I hardly use that phrase. You can ask any one of my friends. I never say that.
You
But
are.
that had to be said. It had to be said. As soon as Shane McMahon came, and it's not even because it was in Saudi Arabia. It was because Shane McMahon came out of left field and just did that bullshit. And Brock squashing Braun.
Yeah. I did see when I saw that they gave the rub to Corbin on screwing Braun first for Lesnar to win it. I'm like, okay, that's some actual good booking, because Corbin is not. Because Corbin's the only thing Corbin's doing is getting heel heat as general manager, which actually fits him quite nicely, I think. But for him to screw the person that everyone wanted to win out of the match, I can't say it, Lennox. It's
no,
terrible.
I already sent it to him. It's
okay.
Yeah.
That was bad.
He just typed, "Oh Lord." Yeah. Like, that's my exact opinion of Crown Jewel. I can't say anything else, because I just hate that pay-per-view. It was worse than Backlash. And Backlash, you had Shinsuke Nakamura versus Dolph Ziggler. You would think that they would have just as good of a match with Sami Zayn and Shinsuke, because they are both fast-paced superstars and stuff like that. But no, you just have them do nothing but headlocks and then just Kinshasa. It's over.
It's a ball dropper.
No, it's just
phrasing.
A hammer straight to your
They dropped
foot.
the phrasing. I mean, they dropped the ball on a lot of stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I feel like because of Nakamura is a wonderful wrestler, but it's just they don't do well with the language barrier.
And they're just
and they don't mean
good talent. They ruined Shinsuke.
They don't mean to do
Shinsuke.
that. It's just when you
ruined
can't.
Joe.
Yeah.
They just ruined my boy Joe, because he's lost several times. He's lost several times to AJ Styles when he really didn't need to. He should have won it at Super Showdown, but WWE is so petty that they have to have AJ Styles beat CM Punk's record.
Well, Brock Lesnar already did that.
No, I mean, but that doesn't really count. That's Stephanie McMahon's period blood on that belt instead of the actual championship.
Yeah.
Instead of the actual WWE championship. It's just that belt that they couldn't think of anything else. To be honest, I thought of the Universal Championship before it was a thing. I thought of this whole thing like the entire war of wrestling. Go Ring of Honor versus TNA versus New Japan versus WWE, and the winner would be the Universal Wrestling Champion.
Well,
and
you know,
just have all the belts combined to see who would see what the belt would look like. But then they had the Universal Championship just be fucking ugly red with the black diamond.
But who is it? It's the promotion that Carlito's in currently. I don't know if were you around when Carlito? I mean, I know you were around, but did you watch when Carlito wrestled?
Occasionally, but I stopped watching around 2005, I think. Yeah,
which is right around Carlito's high point as U.S. champion. Well, wherever Carlito, I think it's AAW, or I think, their main title is called the Universal title, and I think it was way before WWE did it.
Yeah.
Well, Lennox, I'm a lot older than Splash. I know this for a fact. Not a lot older. I'm not twice his age, but I know I'm a decade older at least.
He's got a couple of years on me.
Yeah. So and
I know wrestlers. Like I do know wrestlers, but sometimes I wasn't around for them. There are names that I will not know. Like I did not know at the time when I did Vince Masters that there was a wrestler named Atom Bomb.
Atom Bomb was basically trying to be a Vader clone.
What the hell?
Yes, she did. I'm skipping over that. We're skipping over that one.
Okay. Anyway, yes, there was a guy named Atom Bomb, and his finishers were kind of basic. Like he only had one he had like one finisher that intrigued me. I have it in my moveset, to like, you know, switch up the moveset for a change to. Like, I still do a lot of DDTs and pile drivers, but...
Yes, you do.
I got some other stuff to do. I still got a lot of stuff put in, because you see me do the Powerbomb 2, which was his finishing maneuver, and I believe that was the Meltdown. At least I hope that was the Meltdown, and not the Pump Handle Slam.
Pump handle, your favorite word. The final member of the contenders.
Yeah. Pump Handle Slam.
Pump Handle Slam, Pump Handle Death Valley Driver. Oh, another Pump Handle Death Valley Driver.
Pump Handle Flatliner, Pump Handle Gourd Buster, Pump Handle Suplex, Pump Handle Fallaway Slam.
I like how many things they've done with the pump handle.
The pump handle.
It's very
Especially
impressive. It's cool.
Pete Dunne has done more with it because he has the Flatliner, and he did a fucking tombstone pile driver with that.
Yeah. I
just want to see a pump handle DDT, and I'll just add that to my moveset.
I'm not sure if... I'm like, how does that exist?
It would basically be the same way you would do the pump handle Flatliner, except you wrap your head around the head and then just...
Yeah.
That's how I would see it. Any other way, maybe a reverse DDT, but I'm not too sure, because I don't think I've seen a person do a pump handle, except for the pump handle Uranai. That's the only way I've seen a person land on their back with a pump handle.
This match is already starting off real strong. Nikki Harris, basically in what in football would be called crossing the line, or like offsides. And Jordan Price tried for a crossbody and almost went through the ring again. But we are off and running in this women's trios match. And there she finally hits the crossbody correctly.
I have to say, the Titans pack has new moves that I've never seen before, and I love it.
Is it out?
No. They released the movesets, though. Like, they released the movesets on video. They haven't released the Titans pack at all, but they have like a video of the movesets. For some reason, they have the 1%er as a sit-down move. And not a finisher, but at least it's a pin combo.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
That is odd.
But and then they have EC3's finisher be the 1%, which is him doing a high knee into the TKO.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Like I said, I
have to say,
yeah,
Death Row is my favorite out of all of them. It doesn't look as bad as what you think it would be called, but it's basically just a full Nelson. Remember Swiss Alps from Murray Vice?
Yeah.
Imagine that, but with this strong kick right to the back.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. And I know exactly who to give that to, because... Oh, it's so good. They also have a reverse... Well, it's basically the same thing as Tour of the Islands, except you're continuously spinning the same way.
No, okay.
So yeah, I think I'll just give that to Braddock because he already has Tour of Ireland.
Ah, yes.
Might as well be consistent, because the only other power slam I gave him was power slam 2. As like a counterbalance for it.
Oh,
or
Jordan Price.
The second finisher.
Jordan Price almost had the match won there, I believe, but and Alpha Anika saves the match. You know what I like about the trios titles is that they're so. It's so random. You just get teams you would never expect to see.
Oh yeah.
Like, who would have expected to see after her debut against Alpha Anika, Nikki Heat team with Alpha Anika? I mean, her SWO debut, where Anika squashed her.
Yeah.
Did you see? I made a black attire for Nikki Heat.
No, I did not actually.
All it is, I just changed all her attire to black. Not her hair, just all her attire. It looks really good with the flames still.
Oh yeah, for sure. What I did, I saw the red attire. I just like put this one like block design and just added red over the Alexa Bliss stuff and then put the flame.
I think I saw I had it as Alexa Bliss, and it's so stupid. The boxing.
That one jacket for her.
Yeah, the boxing.
It's not even a boxing hoodie. It's just a regular hoodie.
No, I'm not talking about the boxing. I'm talking about the box for attire in this game in general. That you can't give people some stuff if they have certain hair or certain other things. So Nikki Heat, if you look really closely at her entrance, she's actually bald. So I could give her a different cape. Because the cape the only cape that worked with her hair was the Alexa Bliss hoodie, so I gave her a different cape. But if you look closely, you don't see any hair.
Huh. What I do, I just put like short hair or like a shaved head to like show that there is hair instead of doing that. Unless it's like a full face mask, then I'll just do bald, basically.
Yeah.
And then do that.
Jordan Price saves the match as Nikki Heat had in a arm trap crossface on Nikki Harris. That's not confusing at all to call. Heat bomb from Nikki Heat.
Oh, it's the Heat bomb.
Well, that's just what I call it. I like what you call it too.
I was wondering what that name was. I was wondering what the name of that was for, because I thought I was just because what I did, I was just you already know what I did with that. Just the one-winged Phoenix.
Yeah, one-winged Phoenix is good. I also, you know what I realized is a better move? The fire bomb. Because fire bombing is actually
the heat bomb's already a move.
Yeah, I know. It's a tag team move.
Yeah, which coincidentally is the Air Riders finisher, and they have fire attire now, kind of.
Yeah, I just realized I like firebomb as a move, because firebombing something is another term for napalming, dropping napalm on shit.
Yes.
And also, I don't know if you weren't around for the beginning of the stream when I was announcing the matches, but I said that when Melissa Ridgway came back, she would get a shot at her title since I had to vacate it since she wasn't around for the beginning of the show. So she gets her return match against the current champion, Grace Anderson. Another firebomb from Nikki Heat. I don't know why she doesn't go for the cover. But Trixie Lululemon will go for the cover.
She's got to keep watch of all her surroundings.
True. Very true. This match is crazy. Okay.
A little late.
Sonya Ricci missed an enziguri. I like doing these. It's so much better than doing actual or legitimate 6-man tag. It runs so much quicker.
Oh yeah. Which is there was I'll tell you this after stream, because there is something that we are doing.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, and because of the rolling cutter from Jordan Price, the pin is got on Nikki Heat, and we have new women's trios champions.
That was perfect on their part. They eliminated both women of that team to just single out Nikki.
Yeah.
And just capitalize on the opportunity.
And once again, Nikki Heat takes the L. No.
Damn.
I was so disappointed last night that Alpha and Nika kept her title and pinning Avalon Lance for it. I was so upset.
Damn. One of the only times you've seen her take an L in this game so far.
Yeah. Well,
I cannot wait to see who Avalon will eventually face in FGW sooner or later. Because right now, currently, Christina Vane wants to face Evelyn.
Oh.
But the thing is, Christina's injured after a match with Avalon, and so is Evelyn after the Iron Woman match.
Well, that throws a snag into it.
So, yeah, they're both injured. They both face off. What could happen?
In the oh god, SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 that Austin Creed and Tyler Breeze are doing as Xavier Woods, that would be known as a serious injury. That would be a 16-weeker.
God damn it.
Did you see that they were doing that?
What, minor injuries? They were going for 16 weeks?
No, I mean, that on Up, Up, Down, Down, Xavier Woods and Tyler Breeze are playing SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 GM mode. They're playing it against each other. Xavier Woods is SmackDown, naturally, and Breeze is Raw. I think I have to go get groceries. I will be right back, everybody.
I'll be back as well. I'm gonna snag something to eat. Back after these mid-rolls. Currently, Kai is still somewhat busy, but no worries. Just taking a short intermission. We still have the cards set. We have at least, well, I'm not entirely sure. We have like 3 or 4 more matches left. We still have the Tag Team Championship matches between Paradox and Brotherhood. I think that was the name. I think we still have the SSPW Championship, or champion, going into it. But, nonetheless, as soon as he returns, we will be back. And we're back. Of course the Titans pack is out on PC right now.
What happened?
The Titans pack is only out on PC right now.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yep.
Alright. We are coming into our men's trios match now. As two of the triumphant heel stables of SSPW, Blood Generation X, in this iteration consisting of Ace, Sin, and Malice, versus the returning army of, Anarchy is one, Carnage is the next one, and Mayhem is the third. Here we go, folks, for the men's trios titles. Let's get it on! As Judge Mills Lanes from Celebrity Deathmatch would say. Did you ever see Celebrity? I know it was before your time. But did you ever see Celebrity Deathmatch? Any like reruns?
Never heard of it before in my life.
Okay, you look it up on YouTube. It was wonderful. It was on MTV back in the early to mid '90s. It was a show where Stone Cold Steve Austin and another person were announcers, and TV judge Mills Lane was the referee, and it was like claymation kind of. They would put like celebrities against each other and just fight it out in less like crazy matches. It was so funny. It was back when MTV was actually watchable.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Shots fired, I know, but MTV should be renamed to reality TV, RTV, because there's no music played on MTV anymore. If you want music, you got to go to MTV too.
Which makes no sense.
Yeah. MTV.
Question.
Yes.
Why are they in paintball gear?
That's army gear. I know it's the closest approximation to like army kind of gear as I could get. Like kind of like attack gear.
There is like the original Seth Rollins gear.
Yeah, I know, but I gave that to a lot of people already.
Really? Really? The original Seth Rollins Shield gear?
Oh, maybe not. Ace is supposed to be in the middle. God damn it. Actually,
my god.
Actually, Jack Shafto is supposed to be in the middle, but... And the way I have the casting is Jack Shafto's in the middle, and Sin and Malice are the ones behind him. So I guess Malice was the one next in line, so without Shafto there, he gets the first spot. And here comes the army, whose leader, General Gore, qualified for the men's Money in the Bank earlier. Oh god, Carnage is so big he dwarfs Anarchy behind him.
Well, damn.
Colonel Carnage in the blue, Admiral Anarchy in the red, Major Mayhem in the black.
That's purple.
I'm colorblind, partially. It's true.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, are you partially colorblind?
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't
why.
Want to say.
I remember somebody. It was either you and ZK or Joe and Smarty were saying that. Why is Avalon's hair like bright yellow? Or someone was saying it might have been green or something like that. It was like I can't quite tell the difference. So yellow is my closest approximation to blonde. It's like I can tell the difference between colors, kind of, but like shades of colors. Like, if you put dark blue and purple next to each other, I won't be able to tell you which one is which without some serious study.
Makes sense.
That's why I said, originally, I think I was talking to Matt about King when he was asking me when we were talking about what I did to Matt Gray, and I was telling him about King, and I'm like, well, yeah, if the color scheme is slightly off on something, it's because I'm like partially colorblind. I know people will talk about it if the color scheme is off on him. So it's just like, yeah, I can't quite tell the difference. So this is my best I can do.
Is that why Redstone is always in white?
Well, he's always been in white. I kind of like it was like, I think I've said it.
No, not Jim!
Yep, Jim is down. Jim has already taken a couple of bumps this show. But, actually that's Jim Pai. He's Japanese. He's a Japanese referee. He's Jim Pai.
Alright, Jim Pai.
But,
damn it, Jim Pai.
Yeah, it's, some things, like, people are being like, why is the color off, or, I said it to Joe when I was talking to him before, when he was talking about modding Avalon, to how she currently is. I'm like, I don't really put a lot of stock in the way people look so much, in the way I'm like, I just do generic entrances, because it's just like, I can't really be bothered to do like all that fine tuning in the advanced creation of entrances. But it's, what matters to me is, do they win the match or not? That's really it.
That's very true.
So I'll put an hour and a half into a moveset, and like maybe 20 minutes into a combined on looks and entrance. It's plus, I've been making these people for so long. Most of them have a move or a look that I can remember. Like, the thing that is the most changeable is hair. Really, I can't quite remember what everyone's hair is. But like the Army has their moves. Blood Generation X, they all have their looks.
With me, it's basically gone down to a science with most of my characters.
Yeah, you've created a lot of people for so long.
With Masters, it's fairly simple, but I do get confused with putting moves together in the movesets. Like, I know what my signatures and finishers are without a doubt, but I get confused on putting which moves in which slots, because sometimes strong moves and light moves are put in there, and it messes with my head, and I have to look back and see which ones I already put down. And then I said, because I was running out of space on some moves, and a lot of them looked the same, so I switched to pile drivers as well. Which is why you saw me gotch pile drive Suzuki.
Yep. That was a thing to watch.
Yeah.
Last night you Panama Sunrise Kepik, and he's still kicked out of that. Yeah,
I was not happy about that. I was less happy about the fact that he reversed the toxic implant twice. Yep.
Goddamn Kepik.
Yeah, and then I saw me kick out of the signature, and I was like, yeah, my resilience is gone. He's gonna put in that sleeper, and I'm gonna tap.
Yep.
And I did.
Oh, Blood Generation X looking to retain. No, 2 count only. Alrighty. Looking at, Falcon Arrow from Anarchy.
He did the deal.
He did the deal. I like to think the deal is only when you do it from the apron. End of days to...
We call that the deadlift deal. And the Baron Corbin Falcon arrows, we say, are 50% off.
In other news than Splash Films jokes, Blood Generation X retain as Sin hits the original Sin on Mayhem, I think it was. There's that. The deal. Yeah. Oh no, Sin won the match.
We got a double deal on that one.
There we go. Moving on into the final 3 matches of the night. We have the returning. We're getting out of 6-man matches, finally.
For God's sake.
We have the returning Melissa Ridgway coming back for her title. She wants that title. She dethroned the unstoppable Kanako no Kiri at the end of the 2K18 era. And she wants that title back.
That sounds just like Brian and Derek. He held the belt the entirety of 2K18. And then, right at the end, lost to Brian.
Yeah. I like to refer to Grace Anderson as Blonde Wonder Woman. Blonde American-style Wonder Woman, because she's like... She reminds me a lot of the DC duo Stars and Stripes. There's a girl and a guy in a mech suit. And she reminds me a lot of the girl. I think she was Stripes.
I remember seeing people make memes out of Captain America with the star on his chest, and it's just Captain Puerto Rico.
Yep, Captain Puerto Rico.
Oh, and just the like blue line with the stars in the middle. All makes me think of one thing, but I know it's American.
Yeah. And you see the Wonder Woman tiara she's got on her head and the mask, and like she looks like a fucking superhero.
Yep. Well, instead of Cosmo, we have an American-based superhero.
Yes. I feel like I've tested her, and she's pretty beast, but I feel like she just has like Roman Reigns moveset. Because her signatures are Superman.
You know Ronda Rousey has Roman Reigns come back.
I'm not surprised. They had to give Rousey a comeback. I mean, good God, it just had to happen.
They gave everybody a comeback.
Yeah.
I think they even gave Joe a comeback, and Joe doesn't even have one. Like, the only comeback they didn't give anybody was... The only one that they didn't give was Adam Rose's comeback to anybody. I don't even think they gave that to No Way Jose.
And Jose is perfect for it. It's called the Party Express comeback.
Exactly.
But here is Melissa Ridgway in her successful return. Well, we don't know if it's successful yet, but her return to Shadow Syndicate. And if you notice right there, I fixed the turnbuckles. So now they all say
that
SSPW.
Pyro money must be going through the roof right now.
Well, I have a lot of sponsors from last show. You know, I was putting over Special K. I was putting over Pepsi. You know, and I got a lot of. My business department was notifying me on stream. You know, as we went along that I was getting sponsors. You know, here and there, getting millions of dollars. So the pyro budget, which was in the reds for a solid half an hour last show, is now in the way positives. We're good.
That sounds a lot like CK when he was in the rough, and then we just started getting Wakanda money.
Are you selling vibranium? Hello,
no.
Ren.
No, we just had T'Challa be the general manager for a good while.
What are you doing, little guard, huh? You get out of my room. Come on. What do you want?
And then, afterwards, ZK and T'Challa had a rivalry and ended it at a final chapter where ZK won and pretty much got all the cash.
Well, that's good. You know, it's just like how It's like how Brutus Reed sold back his share of SWO so Smarty could buy the company back from Waluigi. Or, I mean, redacted. I was talking to some friends of mine on Facebook.
Who could forget name redacted?
Yes, I was talking to some friends of mine, and on Facebook, and one of them said they couldn't remember the end of Happy Death Day, and I was like, oh, come on, the killer is obviously, and then big capital letters redacted. But Melissa Ridgway and Grace Anderson going at it. They're taking it to each other. Stun gun by Ridgway.
That's what I was doing with Matt. I was talking about a certain pay-per-view that I was going to do, and I was mentioning something. It was here somewhere. Hold on. I put in big bold letters. Okay, here it is. And it's like, alright, so I have the television championship and the world championship, and ZK has the universal championship and the name redacted championship. Because he hasn't debuted it yet.
Oh.
Yeah, we're doing we're gonna do that at Full House.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we will have a King of the Universe tournament.
Is this
his brand?
Is this gonna be like Dragon Ball Super Tournament, where where the universe that loses is obliterated?
No, we will have we'll have 8 tournaments to and each winner will go into the tournament to go into Full House.
Oh my God!
I will have 3 tournaments on my brand. Z will have 3 tournaments on his, and Derek will have 2 tournaments on his. We'll have 2 superstars from FGD and 3 superstars from Project UM and 3 superstars from FGW to go into the King of the Universe tournament, and they will be crowned King of the Universe and the inaugural name redacted champion.
Damn, that's more intricate than my original tournament for who would be crowned the first SSPW world champion.
Yeah, we had this idea, like we were spitballing ideas for like a second main championship, and I was like, this one's kind of obvious, but why not this? And it was just like, yeah, that'll work, but what can we do with it? I want this one to like be really special because we had a fatal 4-way to determine the Universal Champion, so we gotta do something even bigger for that. And it's like, yep, let's do this. And so we're doing it at Full House.
Oh shit!
We had a fatal 4-way between. We had 4 triple threat matches to determine who was going to be in the fatal 4-way for the championship, and we had Kenny Omega, Daniel Bryan, Trent Rome.
2, 3, no! Sorry, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Wait, what happened?
Ridgway hit a Regal Plex and almost got the pin. She got 2.5.
Oh, for some reason I was still at entrances. I thought she won in a squash match.
No, oh, you're still at the entrances? No, I'm watching.
Yeah, I was stuck at the entrances. I'm back at regular time now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had Kenny Omega, Trent Rome, Daniel Bryan, and Keith Lee.
Ooh. Big boy.
Yes, and Daniel Bryan was able to eliminate every single person.
Oh shit, what a counter to the spear! RKO!
Whoa!
That's the second one she hit. She hit one before. 1, 2, no! She countered the spear by jumping over it and hit an RKO instead.
I love that reversal so much.
Well, now it's like, whenever Roman did the spear, you expected someone to kick him in the face.
Oh yeah.
The first attempt he went for it.
That's Seth Rollins' reversal for it.
Yeah, and then everyone just did it instead. It became the thing.
Yep.
Roman Reigns never hits the spear the first time, but the second time, he never hits the spear out of the corner. Running off the ropes, he'll always hit.
That is very true. Or just from out of nowhere.
Yep. Oh, there's the goddamn Superman punch. 1, 2, no. But I feel
the
like
most American finisher you can find.
I feel a spear coming on. because I tested Grace Anderson heavily to see if she was deserving of the championship, and she always hits that damn spear. 1, 2, 3. No! Ridgeway kicks out.
How?
Because she's a beast. She's an HCHS creation. That's how.
Oh, shit.
Oh, but here comes the comeback.
Speaking of which, I should have known what I was getting into when I was facing Kepik. I knew he was an HCHS creation.
Yeah. I actually was talking to HCHS when he was asking me about, he wanted to take away the backstabber from Avalon and give her, keep the spear, but give her a, something more targeted to the arms as a signature. So we were talking about it, and I suggested Black Widow, but he was like, that's too Lucha. It's too like Lucha and Avalon. It's not 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, Melissa Ridgeway wins! She gets back her title.
The arm stabber.
Yeah, no, we went with the leg sweep octopus stretch.
Oh.
Which actually works out very well. Like, I was talking to HHS about that, and I'm like, do you want to create Avalon, or do you want me to do it? And then, so you don't have nearly as much work to do on her later. So he was like, I have so many people to create. He was like, so you can do it, and I'll just modify her with whatever base you give her.
That was basically me as well. Like, I didn't have many people, like, I had a lot of people to create because of how many people weren't around. I didn't have my tag team champions for the first pay-per-view.
Yeah, like, I didn't have Ridgeway for the first show, but she's back, and just like in her showing against Kanaka Nakiri, when it counted, she comes through. Like, I tested her a lot before I went on stream against Grace Anderson. Like 5 matches, she did not win any of them.
Damn.
The spear always happened. But we have a new women's champ. Well, I should say a 2-time women's champ. Now it's time for, I think, the match you've been waiting for, Mr. Splashstone. My boys versus your boys.
Yep.
Let's see if the ladder match fucks it up again.
It's not a Halloween Havoc.
Not a Halloween Havoc, no. Not featuring mid-90s Kevin Nash.
We're a little late. We're a little late to the party.
Glowy boy.
Like 12 days late to the party.
Yes. Second glowy boy. I'm sorry, the glowy boy thing just works for them.
I know. It's funny.
Against their opponent, nope, not Rosen. Saber. And his brother Striker. In their return match, contractually obligated rematch, Paradox faces off against the Demolition Boys.
Oh, this will be interesting.
Do you want to actually know? Go ahead.
We beat them for the tag titles?
You beat Gabriel Gardner and Greg Amatore on the last show of 2K18. They beat you on the first show of 2K19. So this is your rematch.
Ah.
Which Gabriel Gardner and Greg Amatore were an impressive as shit team. Thrown together at the last second by me.
Speaking of which, I still need Greg.
I want Greg
he's
back,
a part of a faction of mine.
But I was talking to Dave, and I'm like, has anyone put up Brutus Reed? Oh look, the circle stopped spinning. It's ladder matches that are the fuck up.
Huh.
But so I was talking to Master Dave. You son of a biscuit. I really wish you could just back out of here. I fucking do.
Sadly.
Sadly, no. Alright, well. Close 2K18. Alright, phone. Calm your tits. Stop buzzing.